Oh no! Oh, those guys are dead. The team just got smaller. Hello fellow heroes, I'm Action Smacchan, the 2-in-1 hero made up of a virus from the 70s and a guy who likes to watch things. And one can say that the Back To School Tokusatsu curriculum exists for this show. So that I can just have the opportunity to talk about my favorite Ultraman. And that is to say, it's Ultraman AT! Let's get in it. Oh, boy's going. Oh, look at him go. Oh. Huh? Why are they looking down on her? She's such a pretty lady. She heard that, so now she has to prove herself. Whoa. My goodness. By the end of the year, you all better be able to do that too. He'll teach you science, but boy, does he have his own cardio. Oh.
ひとところに命をかける。そういうことが必要なんだと僕は思うんだよね。僕はほやほやの先生、君たちもほやほやの生徒。お互いこの教室で命がけで頑張ろう。な。怪獣が出たとしたら、君たちはどうするのかと思って。
That's a good question.
いや、笑い事じゃないんだ。
I'm serious. This is a matter of science. What's he gonna show them?
怪獣だ。まさか。だってキャップ。怪獣はこの5年間一度も出現していないんですよ。
キャップだけですもんね。実際に怪獣と戦ったことがあるのは。
Huh. What happened 5 years ago? And people will feel safe after 5 years? Like if there were kaiju in this world, I would be constantly afraid. Oh, sweet. They like hooked up an Atari to their computer. There's nothing more scientific than cardio. It's a valid question.
しかし、それが怪獣が出る証拠なんだ。春の真っ盛りだというのに、心当たりだけ冬のままだ。さあみんな、一生懸命頼むぞ。これも理科の勉強の一つなんだからな。こんな石まで変色している。
Checking out my rocks? Oh, check out your rocks. Are we now rock bros?
僕は今日学校に来るギリギリまで日本の各地を見て回りました。
And he was having an entire day before going to work.
悪い汚れた気持ち、憎しみ、疑い、そういったものがより集まって怪獣が生まれてくるんだと思います。今の世の中には醜い心や悪い心が満ち満ちています。
Whoa, entire world, huh?
地球の人と言ってたけど、まるで宇宙人みたいだね。
I'm not an alien. I just teach middle schoolers.
怪獣になってしまうような子供もいるんです。僕は怪獣の生まれてくる根本を叩き潰したいんです。僕は怪獣と戦うのと同じような気持ちで先生になったんです。なるほど。新米の先生だからまだなってないんですけど、でも今にきっと生徒たちから信用され、必要とされる先生になるつもりなんです。そう。頑張ってください。はい。
Oh, well, cool.
大和先生。あなたは生徒たちから信用される。
Oh no.
必要とされない先生です。
Well, I don't think they want any teachers around, really.
そんなことをしていたら先生失格です。
It is day 1. Chill out.
怪獣ごっこがやりたければ学校を辞めて遊園地にお勤めなさい。
Oh, that's offensive. How dare she? Oh man. I need a digest of some of that because that was a lot. They're doing a lot to establish the world right now. Because we already have a good piece of the world's history that they've established in that there is, in just 5 years, the world has become very complacent, even though they have a history of kaiju. But they're so comfortable in not seeing kaiju in 5 years that they are that they think that the idea of having kaiju around again is childish. Does make you wonder, like, what happened 5 years ago to just make it all stop? It's also pretty impressive that the UGM still gets funding, even though they are that complacent. But maybe the captain just makes a very good argument for keeping them around. But yeah, also, I love my Takeshi Yamato, man. He's my favorite. One of the best teachers. One of the best teachers in television, in my opinion. There's like George Feeney, then there's also Takeshi Yamato. But I really liked that one part. Maybe I could go find it again, where he was talking about where he was first introducing the class to his philosophies. I feel like that really speaks towards what an Ultraman is, because for Ultraman they have to come from, you know, a completely different planet, really far away, to like the Earth or something, and choose to protect the Earth, choose to protect wherever they are. And these circumstances can be a little bit arbitrary, but what matters is that they're there at that time. That's important. But yeah, really love this character. Really love how what they're doing to establish this world, right? Because like, even though the UGM does exist, only one person in that team has any experience actually fighting monsters. So the UGM is set up with flaws there, in that they will learn how to deal with monsters themselves. But they are so complacent in the piece right now, that to the point where they have one of their computers like hooked up to like an Atari or something, which is pretty boss. I like that, but we're also establishing the students. They're establishing a whole lot of things like pretty quickly. And this is one of the things that I think Ultraman 80 really shines in the most across any tokusatsu, really, in that it actually makes the children engaging. We usually see children in tokusatsu, maybe they're like one-off characters, and their acting's really wooden, and like the writing might be okay, but it's like, yeah, you have a hard time like getting convinced of the characters. But like they manage to find ways to make you engaged in these students also developing in character. They have like these nicknames for each other, like Rakugo. I doubt that child's name is actually Rakugo, but I'm sure he likes telling stories, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Little things like that. Also, their gym teacher. Man, she's a pretty girl. I like her.
ロマンチックなんですね。
ロマンチック？
だって怪獣って一種のロマンでしょ？
いや、ロマンじゃなくて。
No, it's not romanticism.
いや、
ねえ、マト先生、ロックが好き？それともやっぱり演歌が好きなのかしら？
やっぱり怪獣なんかてっこないと思ってるんですか？
大和先生、私は。
失礼します。
She was really trying hard to get a date just now. But you know what? How can you go on a date with a cute girl when you know that there is a kaiju in the ground? Respect for Yamato. Oh yeah. It's music like this with the vocalizations, with the it's the stuff that I love in Ultraman. We need more.
怪獣だ。
That's what a kaiju looks like.
あ、のんちゃん、怪獣が出るんだ。怪獣が早く講堂の方に避難して。
怪獣映画を行動でやるのかしら。素敵。
Oh my gosh, this teacher. It's a crescent. I have no idea why it's called that. Oh, we got the I-beams. Oh, screw that building in particular. They really focused in on that explosion. Oh no! Oh, those guys are dead. The team just got smaller. Gosh. I really hope all those places are evacuated. Oh, with the inside shot. Oh, now's not a time for that kid. Oh, they actually ejected. 2 survived today. That guy gonna shoot it? Yo. Man, dodging those lasers. Well, pretty safe to say that nobody's gonna see you. Yeah! Oh! It's time. Ugh. Oh no. Crescent got hands, man. Whoa. Oh, stop messing around. Right out the beams. Oh, jeez. Oh, running out of batteries already? Oh, whoa. Oh. Whoa. Oh, yeah, the block first. There it is. It's going down. It didn't explode.
There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Is there just a body there now?
ごめんなさい。
いえ、
Don't be too sorry. You were just trying to get a date.
校長先生に頼み込んでね、放課後と日曜日、君を UGM に借りる許可をやっともらったところだ。
ただしこのことは他の先生にもね、生徒たちにも何とも
He has so many secrets. Yeah, Ultraman 80, dude. Definitely like my favorite Ultraman. I love this series. And Takeshi Yamato, man. Having to be a middle school teacher and also a UGM officer. He's only like 23, so he's like a million times cooler than me when I was 23. And just kind of a tidbit about the actor. Because dude kind of got like some pecs. Dude got chest. He's not just a guy. Apparently he was like a local like kendo champion before going into acting as Takeshi Yamato in this show. Just a tidbit. But yeah, what else can I add? Like thinking about just the way this show goes, just kind of skipping ahead and reconsidering what this first episode has reminded me of. Because I like this show really does have like one of my favorite endings in Tokusatsu. And without spoiling it, man, this episode just establishes that just the UGM as a team has to go through an arc and having to learn how to take care of monsters, take care of kaiju. And they're gonna have to learn that, you know, throughout the entire series. And so Takeshi Yamato has to actually kind of act as a teacher to the students in his middle school, but also in a way has to also act as a teacher, as both, you know, Yamato as a member of the team, but also as Ultraman in reciprocating the UGM, learning how to do their job properly. And you do get an opportunity to like the team. You get an opportunity to like the cute girl. And again, like considering that entire team just starts out as newbies except for the captain, considering what the team eventually goes throughout the entire series, you get some really good arcs. Definitely recommend this series. 100% recommend. I love this series so much. My relationship with Ultraman 80 just even like precedes my fandom of Ultraman, because if I go back all the way to my high school years, a million years ago, this is just the first tokusatsu recommendation I ever got, because I had a friend in high school who was a big fan of Ultraman already. And then me just really wanting to understand the appeal, I asked him, you know, what he liked about Ultraman and which Ultraman series he would recommend. And after a little bit of thought, he eventually recommended Ultraman 80, and that just kind of stuck with me. Just kind of internalized with me for like over a decade. Until I finally watched it a couple years ago. You know, I watched it, I own it on home release, and I was able to finally message that friend, yes, Ultraman 80 rocks my socks. After watching. But yeah, what else can I add? It establishes so many different kinds of relationships for Takeshi Yamato, right? Because he has students, a lot of students, and that he has to teach as their science teacher, but he also has his relationship in the school with his coworkers, right? You have the gym teacher who's a pretty girl. Maybe she wants to go on a date, maybe she doesn't. Maybe she actually wants to be professional, but she was definitely trying to get his taste in music. He has to also deal with that other the other teacher that was like just busting his chops. And then there's also like the principal. You know, there's so many characters that they're introducing, and you know, that's just one of the things that just kind of makes Ultraman 80 just like an outstanding thing. It's just all the characters that it manages to introduce you to, and we're gonna meet more, because there's gonna be like characters of the week, characters that we see more of just already established with ongoing arcs and stuff. And you know, there's the entirety of the UGM team. There's so much to love about this show. And there's just such a creativity, like in each episode. It always has such a creative concept to them, the kaiju to whatever's actually happening in the episode. I could gush about this show. But in the comments, tell me, have you watched Ultraman 80? And if you had fun along with me, go ahead and give this video a like and share it with a friend so that they too can become a fan of Ultraman 80. And if you enjoy what we're doing on the channel and would like to show some support, do consider checking out the Action Smacchan merch shop. We have some pretty cool designs already in there, but there are more designs coming in, so do look forward to that, but don't let that stop you from checking out what's already there. And if you haven't noticed already, we do stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, both on YouTube and on Twitch. We're playing games, we're hanging out with the chat, just generally having a pretty good time. I hope that you can also have a good time with us. And if you haven't already, go ahead and smack that subscribe button so that it's easier to keep up with everything that we're rolling out. And as always, thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you in the next Smacchan Pact adventure.